Standing on the mat when you feel ready. Our May poses of the month are Tadasana, which we are in right now, and tree pose. So I found it interesting that Tadasana was a May pose of the month. So let's just come into our Tadasana mountain pose. Line everything up. And breathe. All right, now as you feel the breath move through you, just go ahead and slow it down so that you can feel it going deeper. We're one long line, so the breath is going to the tips of the toes, the tips of the fingers, the crown of the head. And then just soften as you exhale. Send breath everywhere as you inhale. Soften as you exhale. We're going to add some arms to this, so turn your palms out, ground through the feet. Inhale, float the arms up, touch your palms. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do that again. Make a big circle with the arms. And exhale. Now we'll add a little bit of balance to this. Inhale, big circle, arms. Exhale, right heel lifts. Bring it down. Inhale, circle. Exhale, left heel lifts. Inhale, circle. Both heels. And release. If the double heel doesn't feel good to you, keep alternating. Inhale, right heel, or maybe if your body's ready, start to draw that foot up. And release. Inhale, big circle with the arms. Exhale, left heel or knee. Inhale, big circle with the arms. Double heel or keep alternating. And keep going. Heel or knee. Double if that's you today. So just waking up the body to the idea of balance here. And also getting lots of movement in the shoulders and the legs. And whatever round you're on, just finish that up. Take your time and come back to Tadasana. Okay, so we're going to do mountain pose now with our big toes touching. So the legs are more like one large tree trunk. And now try and settle 4 corners of the feet on the earth here. And just breathe. Okay, let's shake it out. Get some movement back in the body, bending at the knees and hips. All right, and we'll move into some cats and cows to start to liberate the spine here. We're going to place the hands on the thighs, bend at the knees, shoot the hips back a bit, and then just come into our very familiar cats and cows. Arch, shine your heart forward, round, take your gaze towards your lap. Get that breath really moving through here. And the next time you're rounded into your cat, gazing towards your lap, go ahead and roll your hands up your legs. Come on back up and rotate the shoulders back. Rotate them forward. And breathe. Okay, so now we're back in mountain pose with the feet hip width distance apart. Okay, because we're going to be tilting, so this is a more stable place to tilt from. So let's go ahead and ground those feet, draw the arms up overhead. Of course, if your shoulders don't like that, you could do it here. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up toward the sky. Keep your right foot planted as we tilt to the left. Come up. Remember, we're just waking up the side body here, so we'll go gently to the right. And over to the left. And over to the right. Keep those feet planted. Start getting that side body opened here to the left. And to the right. Now let's take it to the left and release a little bit and reach more. Release a little bit and reach more. Release a little bit, reach more. Take the arms parallel. Start to take your right shoulder behind you, gaze up. Bring it back, interlace the fingers, reach up, take it to the right. We're holding, release a little bit. Go deeper, release a little bit, go deeper, release, and over and hold, arms parallel, left shoulder back, heart shines up, come center and up. Let's give those arms a rest, inhale and exhale. We're going to go back to that finger clasp and give ourselves a little halo here. So draw your arms up as you inhale, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up toward the sky. Okay, make sure your shoulders aren't way up by your ears. Release them, bend the elbows a little bit, and take your arms in a circle, either direction. We're going to go both. See how steady you can stay as you polish your halo. And then come back up to center and go the other way. Remember, we're making a circle here. Okay, your arms could be lower between you and your shoulders. And one more around and shake it out. Ooh. Inhale and exhale. All right, so that was a lot for the shoulders. We're going to give them a break. Inhale and exhale. Take the legs wide, wider than hip width distance with the toes facing out. Okay, and let's go ahead and let the knees bend up and down, up and down. All right, so now we're going to start a little twisting action here. We're going to keep the arms chest height here and bend your knees. Twist to the right, come center. Remember, we're still warming up. And twist to the left, come center, stand up. Bend your knees. We're starting on the left this time. Left, center, right, center, and up. Let's bend and go right, center, left, center, and up. We bend, we go left, center, right, center, up. Okay, we're going to knees and up each time. So to the right, bend the knees, center, straighten those legs. Left, bend the knees, center, straighten. Left, bend, straighten, right, bend, straighten, right, bend, straighten, left, bend, straighten, left, bend, straighten, right, bend, straighten, right, bend, straighten, left, bend, straighten, left, bend, straighten, right, bend, straighten, and come up. Shake things out. Inhale and exhale. We're going to deepen that now, taking the arms long. So let's go ahead, bring the hands back here. And as we go right, we bend the knees, come center. We're going back to the right now, extend the arms. And come center, bend to the left, elbows and center, long arms to the left and center. We're going to stay going right first and long arms and center and left center, long arms, and center. Take it to the right, center, long arms, and center to the left, center, long arms, and center. We're taking it to the right now, staying here, extend the arms, turn your gaze towards your right fingertips. On your exhale, turn your gaze to the left, turn your gaze back to the right, come center, straighten those legs, go left, bent elbows, stay here, extend the arms, turn your gaze to the left, turn it to the right, back to the left, come center, reach up, and come back to mountain pose. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so I had mentioned we're going to do standing hip work. So grab a block. If you don't have a block, a thick book will work. And make sure you're near something to steady yourself on. Okay, we want to take balance out of the picture here. We don't want to be struggling with balance while we're trying to release our hip. Put the hand closest to the wall or table, whatever you're holding yourself on. Okay, put the leg closest to that support and come on up on your block. We're swinging that outside leg forward and back. So these hip exercises are something you can do every day. I might even say, not just can, but it would be very helpful if you did. We're going back and forth, releasing that hip. Now we're going to pause and take this outside leg in half an X. It crosses forward and then it goes back on a diagonal. Yeah. And then come back to center. Now we're going to let that outside knee bend, draw it across the body and then behind. Across and behind. So making like a big arc with the hip, really cleaning things out from it. This is good to do if you're going to be sitting for a while. All right, now come back to center and just let that outside leg dangle. Just see it in your mind, see the muscles just releasing, lengthening. All right, go ahead and come off your block, shake things out. You can turn around. I'm going to go to the other side of my space so I can continue to be facing you. Same thing, hand is on something to support you. Foot closest to the support is on the block, other leg is up. The reason we're on the block, let's go ahead and take that leg forward and back, is just to elevate so that this outside leg has some room to move. If we were off the block, we'd kind of have to bend our knee to keep our foot from hitting the floor. So that's why we're on the block. Swinging that hip. And now pause, and we'll take this in half an X. And we'll come back to center here and do some cleaning out of the hip with this move here. The knee comes across. The foot comes behind. Great range of motion for the hip. Helps with our balance. Helps with our posture. Just moving in general. Okay, let's come back and just let that outside leg dangle. All right, shake it out. Come on off. Oh. Inhale and exhale. I'd say we're ready for some great core work now. So let's come to the top of the mat. Take the feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. how your legs feel. Come into whatever height in your swan dive appeals to you right now. Let's bend those knees and hips and shine the heart forward for the half lift. Sinking everything down, hands to the mat, and step back into downward facing dog here. And we'll walk the dog, wake up those feet, press one heel and then the other. Really roll over those feet. We need them. We want them nice and open. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. All right, we're going to bring the knees down to the mat at the same time here. Make sure your knees are supported. We'll be doing core work from here. Okay, so let's find a nice tabletop. If your wrists don't like being in tabletop or your knees, you can be standing at a wall or have your hands on a chair. Okay, so we're going to be coming into a nice square, okay, tabletop. Your hands might be a little more forward to take some of this right angle out of the wrist. And we're taking the right leg and left arm up. Okay, you all know this, and we want to keep the hips facing down. So just moving into this engages the core. Make sure you're balanced on one knee and one hand, not just rocking into one part or the other, and slowly bring your hand and knee down. Okay, left leg, right arm. The core kicks in immediately, otherwise you would fall over. The other thing that might want to start happening is that this hip with the upper leg, in this case your left, wants to lift. We want to keep it face toward the mat. Bring it down. All right, let's shake out those wrists for a second. We're moving into crunches, so come back to table. Right leg, left arm, here we go. Knee and elbow together under the body and release. Knee and elbow, crunch and release. Crunch and release. Crunch and release. Bring it down, other side. Left leg, right arm. Crunch and release. Take it, crunch and release. Crunch under and release. Crunch under and release. And hand and knee come down. Let's come off of those elbows. Inhale and exhale. All right. We're going to be doing this for the obliques. You're going to love this. Here we go. We're in tabletop, okay? So now we're going to leave both hands down. We're going to take the right leg up. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow and release. Knee toward elbow and release. Knee, elbow and release. Knee, elbow and release. Switch sides. Hands stay down, obviously. Knee to elbow and release. Knee to elbow and release. Knee to elbow. Knee, elbow, release. Come up, shake out those wrists. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do one more round of each, okay? So come on up to your hands and knees here. Okay, we're starting with right leg, left arm, crunch and release. 4 times, crunch and release. Take it, crunch and crunch. And bring it down, left leg, right arm, here you go, crunch. Yeah, let's see it, crunch. 3 and 4. All right, 2 hands down, right leg back, knee to elbow and release. Knee, elbow, knee, elbow. And one more, and other side. Whoosh. And elbow, elbow, and elbow. Nice. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and just move, extend your arms, move your body forward and back in space a few times, just preparing your hips, and come into child's pose. Take a few breaths in your child's pose with your forehead supported. All right, go ahead, float your way to downward facing dog, a nice balanced 4-point dog here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to go from, we're going to walk the feet to the top of the mat here. Walk your feet towards your hands. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center and shake it out. So we're going to give our wrists a break here while we wait to do sun salutations. We'll do tree pose. Okay, so we already alerted the body to the balance, right? Now we're going to come into mountain pose and line everything up. Our posture is in great alignment here. Inhale and exhale. All right, now find a spot that isn't moving. You might feel ready to just hop into tree. You might want to take it in steps. Okay, so go into tree if you want to. Otherwise, hands to the hips, right heel up, right knee out, kickstand your foot. And if you feel comfortable, foot up the leg, come into tree. And release. All right, left side, same thing. Head straight for tree if you're going there. Otherwise, hands to the hips, left heel up, left knee out, kickstand. Draw that foot up if it's going today. And let's release. Take a couple of breaths and just notify yourself, right? Did you have one side that was more cooperative than the other? Okay, we're just observing. So we know how to deal with our upcoming balances. Back into tree. Just float right into it if you're ready. Otherwise, take the steps. Once you're in tree, maybe you feel like you're ready to start bringing your arms up. Ooh. Make sure you keep your gaze on something that isn't moving and come out of your tree. All righty. Let's go ahead and either float into tree on the left or step into it. And maybe this side feels ready to bring the arms up. And release it down, shake it out. All right, so very familiar pose. Will be even more familiar at the end of this month. Let's go ahead, one tree on the right, one tree on the left. Okay, go ahead and take your time, or you might just choose to spend all your time on your more challenging side. That's an option for you too. Start to think about finishing up, whether you want to switch sides or just continue working your one side. And And when you're done with whatever you're in right now, we'll all meet back in mountain pose. We'll start with the feet hip-width distance. Maybe even close your eyes and feel that. And then take your big toes to touch, and possibly even with eyes closed, feeling into balance here. All right, let's shake it out. We've got some sun salutations to do, so come to the top of your mat. Feet hip width. So pretty basic sun salutation here, but we'll stay together. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over straight legs. Folding from the hip creases, spine is long. Take a half lift with straight legs. Bend the knees and hips, hands down, take it back, right leg lunge. All right, here's a plank. Let's notice the core in this plank. Whether your knees are up or down, notice your core. Keep everything engaged. And then chaturanga, nice and slow down, slow. Floating up into a cobra. Release those hands from the earth. Take it down. Float into a nice 4-point balance, downward facing dog. Nice long spine. Okay. We're going to take this to 3 points. Bring the right leg up to hip height. And go ahead and point the toes on the right foot. Make small circles with that right leg. Make those circles a little larger. Trying to keep everything else in balance. Pause and small circles the other way and a little larger. Now hold that leg up and take a big step through. So big could be like a foot in front of your left foot, or it could be all the way to the hands, or anywhere in between. You're in a lunge. And step your back foot forward. Take a half lift. Forward fold. Press through those feet. Press down to lift up. Inhale. Palms touch. We're going right back down. Take it down. Half lift. Sink the knees and hips. Lunge back, left leg. Enjoy this lunge. Come into your plank. Remember, knees up, knees down. Notice how your core functions when you're in your plank. We're holding it a little extra long today, a little extra core work. And let's chaturanga down. Nice and strong into cobra. Lift those hands. Release. Let's lift the hands first now and come into cobra, driving the elbows toward the waist. And release. Float up to downward facing dog. 4 balance points. Raising the left leg, 3 balance points. Point the left toes, small circles. Same direction, make those circles larger. Pause and go the other way. Small and larger. Hold the left leg up. Take whatever a big step is for you right now. Come into your lunge. And then 1 big step. Back foot meets front. Yes, half lift. Forward fold. Feet are grounded, upper body super light. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. All right, let's come back to mountain pose. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? All right, let's shake things out. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so there's been a lot of strong work. So let's soften things up. We're going to do some brush hands. Take your legs wide, toes out. Remember, we ground the feet, all four corners, and as we go down, straight down, the knees are going over the toes. Now the arms just gently float up, and as your knees bend, it's like you're brushing your hands down a wall. And the next time you're lifted up, stay here. Come back, hands to hips. Turn your right toes to the right, your left toes at an angle. Turn and face over your right leg. And we're going to gently brush hands. That right leg, the right knee is going to bend and straighten. Brush hands down and up. Brush hands down and up. Last time, brushing hands right. Come back up, toes out, 4 times to center. All right, let's bring the hands to the hips for a moment. Left toes to the left, right toes in at an angle. Here we go, brushing hands to the left. The left knee is going to bend and straighten. Down and up. And last time. Come back to center 4 times. And when you're done, step back to mountain pose and breathe. So it's important that we balance out the hard and the soft of our practice, right? The sukha, the soft, and the sthira, the harder aspect. Okay, so just let's shake things around. We're going to start to work our way down. So feel into your body, see if anything, not if, but feel what needs to happen for you before we head down. Look around. If there's something that you want to take with you for final relaxation, go ahead and bring that with you. Put it near your mat and come to the top of your mat. Okay, balancing here. Giving the breath a chance to just settle. Feel it move through the body. Float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale into your swan dive. Take a nice half lift. Sink it down. Now we'll step back to down dog. This could be a table for you if you're done with down dogs for the day. And we're going to let the hips move side to side. If the knees are up, they'll move too. And come back to center. Let's bring those knees to the mat. At the same time, sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose. Nice long spine here. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's go ahead and shake things out, wiggle around a little bit, and do a nice soft forward fold. We're just going to hang out in this forward fold. So softly forward. We're not trying to reach the feet. We're not trying anything in particular. We're just in a forward fold. This is a great position to just go inside. See what's happening in there for you. And then roll your hands up your legs. Inhale. We're going to go back to that forward fold, but this time take both hands over to the right. Just gently, right? We're not trying to do very much here. We're just taking both hands to the right. And maybe turn your gaze a little more to the right as well. And walk your hands to center. Draw those arms up. Inhale. Exhale into your forward fold, gentle forward fold, and take both hands over to the left, turning the gaze a little more to the left. Yeah, your hands are outside your legs. And then come back to center, draw those arms up, and just come into another nice forward fold. Just hang out here. And roll your hands up your legs. Go ahead and give everything a crazy shake. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to be rolling down now. Oh, feel the earth beneath you, just supporting you. Okay, and bring your right ankle across your left thigh. Take your legs in towards you. We're coming into reclined pigeon. Check the position of your right knee. If it's headed straight for your face, take your right hand and press that knee away. Make sure your right foot is flexed. Hold on to your left leg. And then make sure that the left knee is in line with the left shoulder. Okay. Now breathe into your right hip and just observe as you send breath and light and warmth, how any kinds of tension or stuckness might be just melting away, floating out of that hip. And maybe behind that stuckness is some joy that also starts to float out and fill your space. All right, let's go ahead and release those legs, 2 feet to the mat. Gently let those knees open and close for a moment. Take your left ankle across your right thigh. Draw the legs in. Do that left knee check. Hold on to your right leg. Your left foot is flexed. Right knee in line with the right shoulder. And start sending warmth and breath to that left hip. Observing any stuckness or anything gunky in there, just releasing. And once again, when that's out of the way, maybe there's some brightness and joy behind it, and that starts releasing into your space. Okay, let's release 2 feet to the mat, knees gently open and close. Keep your left foot down. Take your right leg up so you have some clearance from the floor to point and flex your right foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. And then switch sides, give your left foot some clearance. Point and flex. Circle. Circle the other direction. And bring it down. All right, let's take those legs close together, touching, arms long out from the side. And we're just going to gently sway the knees to one side, take the gaze to the other. Knees opposite side of gaze, side to side in these little windshield wipers. We're releasing the neck also, working that spine a bit here. All right, when you feel even, come back to center. Go ahead and take your feet hip-width distance apart. Feel your body on the earth. The arms are still long. Extend the fingers and wiggle them into a gentle fist. Extend again and wiggle. And keep going. Circle your wrists one direction and the other. All right, bring your arms down by your side. Start to scan your body. See if there's any final movements that your body wants to take. Start to come into your alignment for final relaxation. Legs straight, knees bent, however you want to do that. Now take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Slowly exhale as you release your body onto the earth for final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. And on your inhale, stretch long. Exhaling, draw in. Find your way over to a side. And back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.